this is pretty amazing times for Addressable and for politics, and in fact, it's the first presidential Addressable campaign. What are your expectations, and what is sort of the expectations of the client coming into this, and how do you see it playing out? What's the roadmap to November?
Well, I think a lot of people are trying to guess that on a grander scale. For us, we really wanted the marketplace to sample the product, and that's sort of been happening in the last 2 years. We launched in early 2014, definitely had some senatorial, gubernatorial candidates take advantage of the platform, good success rate all around. Campaigns delivered well. A lot of our candidates won, so we were happy about that. And we've also had a lot of investment from non-candidate groups that are trying to sway people on different issues, ballot initiatives, things like that. So that was sort of the build-up to coming into a 2016 cycle that really started right after last year's 15's general election. People were right after Iowa, New Hampshire. The candidates were all loading up and trying to target voters specifically through our platform. And that was, it's been a long road to where we are, and we still have a long way to go. So our expectations are that, we can deliver for our clients, and, we can help sway the vote in their favor.
Cool. And just to explain a little bit, you guys are it's a joint venture with Dish, and tell us about the footprint and, how, and of course it's addressable, but by the household, but also by the state. So
right.
Give us a little overview.
Sure. So the idea is, on the AT&T EdWorks side, we offer commercial advertisers the largest national addressable footprint, and Dish has a very similar platform to ours. So in combining those two in a joint venture, what it allows us to do is create scale at a statewide level, to your point. And that's really what the candidates are interested in for the primaries that are going on right now, and really even into the general election as, they're trying to win the battleground states. So we offer candidates on the national level as well as on the state level the ability to target voters who have a certain party affiliation. Maybe they're swing voters, maybe there's a certain issue that's important to them. They can target those homes directly and get them at scale in a state that's of interest to them.
Cool. And tell us how you work with the data and, data sophistication, DMPs, and sort of, is it just the registration roles? I mean, how deep does it get in terms of decisioning?
Well, it's all privacy compliant. I think that's the
yeah.
first thing to mention. But we work with a variety of data sources. Of course, we have a relationship with our subscribers, so we have certain information about them, whether or not there are children in the household, different things like that. But then we employ third-party resources. In the political case, we work with TargetSmart and i360. And we apply, as you mentioned, the voter registration data to the household information. So we can determine demographically what the propensity is to vote, whether they're likely Republican primary voters. We can overlay that information and code those homes and deliver the ads just to those homes. So it's a zero-waste product on a television scale, which is unusual for candidates to take advantage of.
Cool. And how do you figure out the value of it? I mean, of course, if you don't win, that's one indication in politics. But of course, it's different than, brand awareness or being excited about a brand to buy down the road. It's kind of a quick sell, isn't it? I mean, what is the sort of the attribution around this, and what proves the value of it?
Well, it's ultimately winning and losing in this game. But I think there's been a lot of analytics as traditionally the politicians have bought DMAs. I mean, statewide really isn't available via the current systems. You're either buying local broadcast stations on a DMA basis, or you're buying cable interconnects in the same way. And when you piece those together to complete a state, you find that you're buying a lot of waste, because a lot of those homes in the DMAs will fall outside of the state that you're primarily interested in. So in terms of determining the value, again, because it's a zero-waste product, they know that they're getting into just those homes that have a great propensity to vote and a great propensity to vote their way. Then it's just a matter of persuading them to get out and actually do so. So I think that's really where the value is determined, is the fact that you compare it to, your other choices in the television marketplace, and you see this as a superior way to get the same message across.
And the pricing is sort of similar to your other offerings? Is it different, or how does that work?
Well, you know, there's certain rules around pricing for political advertisers, particularly federal candidates, so we certainly follow those. But we have a pretty even structure and fair structure, we think, about the way we price. It's, you know, it's based on how many homes you're reaching on a CPM basis, just like regular national media is bought. Of course, there's, you know, perhaps a bit of a premium against buying national media, just like there would be for buying, you know, local DMA media.
Mm-hmm. So looking to November 10th or so, when all this is done, what do you think this project will mean for you guys, for addressable advertising, perhaps some takeaways for the broader marketplace or for the industry? What do you think, what do you hope to learn or accomplish through these efforts?
Well, again, I think we're just looking to serve those well who entrust their media investment with us. For us, it's about delivery in a very accurate manner on a statewide level. The way we sell and the way our clients want to see their dollars invested is a certain frequency per week. As we always mention, getting into those right homes. So we report delivery back to them on an ongoing basis. We give them a very good amount of detail on how their schedule delivered while it's happening, and then of course after the campaign. So I hope what we continue to do is build the value of addressable advertising, particularly in this category, just as we've done on the commercial side with different verticals like financial services and automotive and pharmaceutical.